Peace, my family, and we're all back to all those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time. Welcome, this your girl the butterfly. We about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all the good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right and that good, not mine. How y'all feeling? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up in your higher nature. And cleansing. Oh yeah, family. Cleansing the lows. Alright. I came in today to express, family, how y'all feeling on this good journey with them. You know, you guys can speak in the comments if you want to. You know, of course, you gotta be respectful for me to actually, you know, take it in. Right. But for sure. But I came out here today to express, right? And ultimately, it's this life, this good journey within, is all about getting back to the Most High, all about aligning yourself back, all about going back to the stars, right? To the heavens, right? And it's very important for the ones that want to do that to know these things, right? The Most High loves you. The beings who created us loves you. And they're here and they want you to know the things you need to know in this room, right? And why you're here on this planet. And some people remember and some people don't. So it's very important for the ones that don't remember, you start getting reminders, right? Because I know a lot of people are lost and they want to be found, and some people have been found. And it's about spreading the good news and spreading, you know, the message of love, right? Because the Most High is love. You have to understand that love is the highest knowledge, right? It's love. And you have to understand that that's what will help you reach or get you on up into the higher realms of existence. You have to be moving with love, not fear, not hate, but love, organically, genuinely, right? Moving in love. That's what it's about. And that also helps you to break the chains, right? Because we're holding so much onto things that we have basically learned in this material plane. Holding on to things, you know, as we buy these things, you know, material things, and holding on to things like these things, you know, create our value in some way, shape, or form. And we have been lied to about that. We have been lied to about our value. And family, let me let y'all know that we are priceless. We're priceless. If you know this, I hope you know this. We are priceless, family. And we have to understand this, right? We are priceless. There's no value on you, family. You have to understand this. You have to overstand this. You have to understand this. And once you begin to really realize that and stop putting your worth and your value out of your hands into other things that is not you, and when you begin to put your focus on who created you and the reason and your purpose of why you're here, then that's when life begins to open up for you. Not only physically, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You begin to get your mind right and get your emotions in check and begin to get yourselves together, and eventually your body will follow, right? Because it starts with getting the mind right and healing, right? And again, we're holding on to things in this world that we have been warned about through our Lord Jesus, through Yahshua, Tammuz, Horus, Haru. We've been warned about these things, right? And it's on us. It's our responsibility to take heed to the warnings and live your life based on what the Most High says and His will. That's all that matters, family. Because at the end of the day, that's where you're going to be returning. And that's what the Quran is about. It's a warning. Muhammad was a warning and a reminder for us all, right? And the other many prophets and Noah prophets that came down to also help get the message out and warn us. All right? And this is that warning, is love. Because if you don't know, you didn't know. And they telling you what's up, they telling you. And remember, if you're learning from the past and you're looking at the history, you're learning from the scriptures, learning the past of your descendants and things like that, and realizing, if you're checking out the stories for yourself, you're realizing that due to them not listening, and many of them did not listen, a lot of other things transpired. A lot of destruction transpired because of it. So that tells me that in these days and times that we're living, revelation, in these days and times, we're back here again. And again, people, some are listening and some are not. And some don't even know, right? And again, that's why it's on us to begin to spread the good news and the right knowledge to ones that want to know, right? Want to know the truth of it all. And the truth is bittersweet, family. It's not, of course, to just, our liking, like it or not type of thing, it's just facts, right? It's just a science. Once we get outside of what we think the world is, and when you really want to know what the world is, right? And what this planet is, and what life is, and what existence is, and why you're here, why not get it from the source of it all, right? Our Creator, the Most High, right? Why not get the knowledge, the right knowledge from Him, the messengers of the Most High, right? Why not get it from them? They give it to you. They give it to you in scripture. They give it to you in ancient texts. They give it to you tablets, let you know that extraterrestrials, that's what they're called, angelic beings, angels, messengers, right? Extraterrestrials, procreated human beings. And once we actually see this for ourselves, like if you take a look at, the world and the algorithm and the things around you and all the worldly things, you begin to put it all together of what's really happening here on this planet, right? And once you begin to see things, like you begin to see things, that's what's coming out, because again, there's no coincidences in this realm. So everything that's being put out is for a reason, right? And you just gotta learn how to look at things and also dig deeper. You gotta learn how to research things and check out, is this true? And keep digging and digging a little bit deeper, because things that come up are not for no reason. And if you are a seeker of truth and you really want to know, and the Most High knows this, and you're speaking to the Most High, you have to speak to the Most High. You have to pray about this, right? Speak to Him. He'll begin to show you things as you lead you and guide you through certain things, right? He'll begin to show you things, and it'll be undeniable through time, right? And it could be years, but the signs are real if you are slowing down and paying attention to the signs. It's when you're going through things and you're seeing things. Like I know for myself, when I'm like looking for answers for things, right? Sometimes I could be scrolling through an algorithm and things, and it just be exactly what I needed would pop up on the video, or a video would randomly pop up on my algorithm, and it'd be exactly what I was talking about. Or it could be, scanning through, the TV a little bit, and something would pop up. Or it could be on the radio, and then somebody would say something. Or I could be listening to music, and something would say something, and it'd be like that. And also angelic numbers, angel numbers, that has helped me along my journey. They use different ways of getting your attention, however they need to, because it's very important to get the message to you, right? Meditation, prayer, all of this stuff matters. And if you're paying attention along your journey and you're paying attention to the things around you, again, you begin to see. But also, if you got a lot of things around you, people, places, and things that have been clouding your mind for the longest with impurities, and you're taking in a lot of artificial substances, you won't be able to see clear, right? And that's the same thing with people, places, and things around you that, dim your environment or, dim your light, right? You won't be able to see clear at all. And I've been here. I'm saying this because I have experience. I've been here. I've been there, right? So I'm saying once you begin to clear that, you begin to have a clear state of mind and see what's really been pulling you in many different directions, right? And most of the time it's contradicting to the words of the Most High. And if you're checking out the words of the Most High and how we have been warned about certain things and how we've been moving on this planet, right? You begin to see, the world is going a total opposite way, right? And it's real, family. So we have to understand that it's the reason for everything. And like I said before, that it's laws to this. It's laws to this planet, right? We live on. And then it's laws to this heavenly laws, galactical laws. It's laws, family. And we have to abide by the rules, right? Or else, y'all know what's up. Things will begin to happen that you don't want to happen, right? So that's what this is about. You have to learn obedience and listening, right? Because that's what this is about. Are you going to be obedient to the ways of the Most High, the ways that He's created these universes, right? Are you going to be moving in that way? Or are you going to move in the ways of the world? Now let me just say this too. We have, and our master teacher taught us this, and this came to my attention a couple of days ago, right? And he brought to my attention this, and I just thought I'd share this, that we have, predestination, a predetermined destination, and a fate, right? To get back to the Most High. And it's fate. We all supposed to get back to the Most High, right? But that can be blocked, right? Through following the ways of the world and the devil's playground, right? Following the devil's way, right? And that can be blocked. And what I found out was that the devil uses the word karma and uses it like, in the sense of in that way. But really, it's fate. So we have to understand that and how we move. It can be blocked if we choose to go not in the ways of the Most High, right? So we all can get there where we're supposed to be, right? Back in the ways of the Most High, back into the stars, back into the heavens. We're supposed to be moving there. That's what we're supposed to be here to do, get back, right? Because this most definitely is not heaven, right? But we're trying to bring the heaven down to earth, bring that paradise within, letting your light shine brightly, not dim and getting no longer. Walking in the ways of the Most High in the way you know you should be walking and moving and living. Everything matters. Now, once you begin to move in that way, everything else will fall into place for you in life. Things will begin to open up in the way that it should, and you begin to move towards your destiny and your purpose and your soul mission here, and live your true way of life and your purpose. And once you begin to do that, right, by following the ways of the Most High, that is the commandments, the scriptures, and living that way of life, right? Getting away from the things that are not good for you, moving what is best for you and what is good for you, for your soul, for your spirit, right? So you don't lose it in the world, right? Moving around in that and dibbling, dabbling in that, because that right there is a trap. And once you begin to see the traps for what they are, you begin to see the things for what they are. You won't be getting tricked anymore. It's real, family. You won't get tricked out here. And that's what this is about, to not get tricked out here. Because we can get tricked real easily by what we choose to do in this world. And that's why we're supposed to choose wisely in our decisions that we make. Because through time, it creates our fates, family. And we have to understand that this world, just like you're touching your face, it's real, family. It is real. If you're here, right, your descendants existed because you are here, right? People that existed before you did, right? Thousands of years before you did. It's real, family. It's so real. And man, oh man, through time, you'll get more signs to know for yourself without a shadow of a doubt. You will know, because the Most High will show you what you need to know. Your confirmation within yourself, you begin to show things to you, but you have to trust the journey. Again, you have to walk into the unknown with no fear. And I know it will be uncomfortable, right? Because you don't know in a way of how really you're moving, right? But the unknown is a beautiful thing, because you begin to move in the ways of the Most High, walking into what the Most High wants to show you, right? And not what you think that it is. Don't you want to know what it really is? Don't you want to know the truth of what it really is? That's walking into the unknown. You don't know, but eventually through time you're going to know what's up. And it's going to be real. And no one will be able to take that from you, family. It's going to be all love, family. All love. But of course, it's going to take you through a stripping away process of stripping everything that is not you, right? And revealing you the real you, right? The things that we hide from, the things we don't want to show people for whatever reason. That's something you need to examine within yourself. Why am I hiding this? Why am I feeling uncomfortable about this? That's the stuff you need to strip away. That's the stuff that you need to let go of. The stuff that you feel uncomfortable with showing the world. When you walk outside and you feel uncomfortable with showing someone this or that, that's a sign to say, let me take a look at this more deeper about myself and why I feel this way. Because family, you're supposed to be able to walk into the world just as you are, who you are, and that's enough, without hiding anything, putting anything on, being true to yourself. Who cares what people think? Walking in your true self, being true to who you are. That's what this is about. Being real to who you are. Because guess what? That's the way the Most High has created you. And it's all love and gratitude, right? And that's how you show love and gratitude, by walking in His creation and honoring that, by being true to yourself and who you are and what He has created you to be, family. And I know sometimes that can be not easy, right? Not easy. But you got to remember this. The path is not easy. But through time, once you begin to strip it all away, you're going to express all different types of emotions when you're doing this stripping away. You'll realize how much you've been holding on to things and attached to things that's no good for you. That crying is releasing. That crying is releasing toxins. That crying is releasing everything that's not you. And once you begin to see yourself for who you truly are, the beauty of that love inside of you from the Most High, and you begin to see the Most High in yourself, family, it's like no other. It's like no other. You'll begin to see things that's been holding you back your whole life. And I'm speaking from experience. Once you begin to move in the Most High ways, you begin to see clear what the direction you were going, the self-destruction paths and choices that we made. You'll understand that. You begin to see that and understand that and understand what's going on in your life. As you begin to move in the ways of the Most High, you begin to see clear your path. And getting on that right path is where it's at. Because that's what's going to lead you back to the heavens and the Most High. That's it. And it sounds simple, right? But when you get into how attached you are to the world, that's when it get real. It gets super duper real. Because our wants and desires do blind us and make us feel in this illusionary world to make us feel like this stuff is really real. And it can be real. It can be. If you create that in your mind, it to be real. But you got to see the things for what it is. It's an illusion. it's not real reality. And when you begin to move in real reality of who you are and why you're here and living your way of life, Nuwapu, the science of the matter group, we leading on up there, right? Once you begin to see all the scriptures that has came down to us to warn us, all of them matter, right? That's why I'm reading them, because all of them matter, and we taking it all with us. I'm taking all the scriptures with me. I don't know about y'all, but I'm taking them all with me. Everything that our master teacher came to bring us, I'm taking it all with me, and I'm keeping it dear to my heart and my soul, because that's what the Most High wanted us to know. One moment. And we weren't created for no reason, right? And when we get down to the breakdown of the true stories in the holy tablets, moving forward, you'll begin to see, the true story of us, science of the creation and everything that has happened on this planet before, we are here right now, right? Thousands of years before, right? So it's real, and it's something that we must know. This world is something that we need to see brighten, right? And through time it will, because that's what the true awakening is about. As more and more, let their light shine. As more and more wake up to the truth of themselves and who they are, we'll begin to do what we need to do here and turn it green. And let me just say, it's all about the green light. Because that's what it's about. Love, right? Moving on up into your heart chakra. The green light. And it's way deeper about that green light. But through time you'll understand, through time in our culture and everything, as you begin to get into the scrolls and the pampers of peace and our master teacher Dr. Malachi's books. Green is life, and life is love, and love is life. So yeah, it's real, family. So I'm gonna leave it at that right now, okay? Know again, family, that you are loved beyond this world and in it. Begin to spread that love one to another. Be the peace that you seek. Release our master teacher, Dr. Malachi out. Peace, shalom, hashud, divine love, and watching. And gratitude. And it's all